It also showed a certain discipline amongst the British people and other Europeans, a certain amount of discipline for them to stay and not just be pulled away. Now we come to something very, very familiar, in which some of you all might be able to tell me about, and that is, what were some of these negative problems? What were some of the repercussions, the negative effects of this revolution on the working class?
Child labor.
Very good, excellent. All right? Child labor. When these industries started, there were unscrupulous employers who were willing to employ children in industries and factories. Very important. Employers, when the Industrial Revolution was occurring, employers, unscrupulous people, not everybody, were willing to employ and accept children to work in their industries and factories. These children were underpaid. Sometimes they were not paid for weeks. The employers lying and telling them, we didn't make a profit this week. Sometimes parents carry their children to work to earn extra income to help feed the family. Now, where do you think these children were supposed to be? In school. These are children who are 7 years, 8 years. They are there in the factory, putting something together, fixing a joint, a bowl, putting in a nut somewhere, right? Helping oil the machinery or so, doing the odds and ends. So they are part of the workforce, children, right? Child labor, very important repercussion of the Industrial Revolution, with that a significant percentage of the children in Britain and Europe got caught in this revolution, and their years. You know, besides going to school, you know, the childhood years are supposed to be years of fun. These children are factory holding. And many of these children died at a relatively young age because of the conditions in the factories. Some of them were killed and injured on the jobs. Right? Lose a finger or foot. And adults too, not just children. I remember they didn't have any safety rules. Like today we always say about OSH, safety and health practices. Nothing like that at all. There were nothing like trade inspectors. Trade unions were outlawed. We will come to that later. So I want you to understand the conditions in these factories. Children, adults, being wounded or being killed in the factories, and the employers are not being held accountable. What other negative impact did this Industrial Revolution have on the working class? Child labor is one. What other? Somebody in the back, the young lady in green. What other impact, negative impact you feel it might have on the working class? Or the
People tend to be less skilled because they're doing more general jobs.
Very good. Very good. In the factory, it contributed to specialization. You know what specialization? You go to a factory and the man says, all you have to do is take this cap and put it here. And you're coming down the factory line. So you have this person whole day putting on caps on something. You get up in the morning, he's thinking caps. He's thinking caps, right? Next day he's thinking caps, he's dreaming about caps. That's all he can do. If he loses job as caps, on his resume he can just put it in caps. He has no other skills. Right? And this is what happened. He did not understand how that piece of machinery operated and what was the composition part. Because his friend up the road put it together, other sides of the part or the bottom of that unit or whatever. Right? All you do is put it on a cap or put it in a screw. Right? Holding screw it. So I want you to understand what is happening. In that he is only developing one skill. Right? So you're perfectly correct. Right? What other negative problems you had?
Low wages.
Low wages. Many people could not afford to support a family. That is why they had to bring their children out to work. They had no unions. to talk about collective bargaining, higher wages. They couldn't go on protest. Why? The employers would find somebody else to fill their role. Right? So low wages, people being injured, people being killed, all these were negative impacts. And I also, and you know this, I also wanted to bear in mind that because of this pull towards this city, slums were created, overcrowded housing created unhygienic conditions, right? So overcrowded houses, overcrowded apartments, slums, ghettos were created, diseases, epidemics, all these things were part of urbanization that wasn't monitored. And they couldn't pay for health services, right? Very good. The people could not, they barely could afford to pay for rent and for food. How they could pay for doctor services, right? So I want you to understand the Industrial Revolution created a host of negative problems. What are the problems? You read and write? The young lady read and write. Good. Environmental hazard. In that factories were built in unsafe conditions. Factories were built in unsafe areas. Factory could be built maybe near an area that could have a landslip or a landslide. It could be an earthquake area. Nobody did come to talk about that, right? There were no building inspectors to come to say ventilation is important. So that is why a lot of the workers developed lung diseases and had short lifespans because there was a lack of ventilation, no building codes, right? They even had some cases where the factories collapsed, right? Foundation bad, right? You can imagine that. Right? You can imagine you working in a factory and then suddenly the roof just fall on your friend and you just move up. Because you are afraid you were going to fall too, right? They were overworked. Some literally died of hard work, right? And you will see that handout where you will see they will literally died of exhaustion. Let me tell you something. These people were working 10 and 11 hours a day. 10, 11 hours a day they are working. Some of us could sleep 10 and 11 hours, right? They are working 10 and 11 hours, often without a lunch break or a normal tea break or a coffee break. Why? Employers don't want any sort of stops or stoppages because it means a loss in profits. So I want you to understand the exploitation of labor. Long hours, lack of ventilation, no safety procedures, all these things contributed to the Industrial Revolution becoming something that many people began to be seen as evil, something that many people began to fear. Right? So when you understand, the Industrial Revolution was not embraced by everyone. You see, the capitalists, those who own the factories, they were very happy when the profits coming in. But many people became victims of this Industrial Revolution. Right? Any other negative problems? Any other problems you see that could be developing?
So did you have like breakdown of family life?
That is a very good point. What do you think? She brought up a very important point, the breakdown of family life. What is this breakdown in family life? Does it mean like when a machine breaks down? What is this breakdown she's talking about? Serial murderers? Right, she talked about the extended families. What else? The young lady back there. What do you understand by the breakdown in family life? Does it mean like nervous breakdown? What is it? When you get the Industrial Revolution creating a breakdown in family life, what does that mean? Good effort, very good.
You have now mothers in the workforce, so women now even be homeschooling as well as you have the, even if you live in a rural area, the healthy house demand or even your son may go out into the city to create a like it will leave a gap in the family life wherever the family was located.
Very good, excellent. Many society expected the woman to be at home. They expected her to be confined to domestic sphere, taking care of children, having children, taking care of the home, cooking. But now, with the demands of the Industrial Revolution, many women went out into the workforce. So I want you to understand, the Industrial Revolution liberated women. Women got economic opportunities, they get to go out there to earn a living. But then it led to this breakdown in family life because husbands and fathers didn't want their wives going out there, but wives were saying I have to go out there to go and support the family because we have 5 picnic or 6 picnic, right, to support. So I want you to understand that going out there to work often wasn't a choice. It was out of necessity to support our family because wages were low, right? And that is why they also brought in children. So it led to a breakdown in family life. Not just because women are leaving the home, but they are coming home at different times, right? The man is coming home 2 o'clock in the morning, wife coming home 4 o'clock the next day. So there's a lack of the traditional sitting down and having a meal at the same time, seeing each other to exchange stories or whatever, right? Children coming home grumpy, say, Daddy, I just finished work 10 hours. I don't want to hear from you. So things like that. They are working long hours, coming back different time, and there's a breakdown in family life. But you also brought in the idea of migration, right? Where a father or husband will leave his home in the rural area and spend a few months in the urban area working in a factory or industry, and he leaves that family unit separate. Sometimes he might have this, he might maybe ask for divorce, right? You might want to go and start living in the city, right? So I want you to understand that this breakdown in family life didn't just mean working different hours, but it literally meant leaving your family in a rural area and going to a city. It could also mean going to another country. You're living in France, you want to go to Italy or Germany to go and work, or to go and work on one of the trades, and you have to leave your family.